Oh yes. So the next thing is shopping. Specifically grocery shopping. So I have found a few things different in Mexico than they are shopping in Canada, where I come from. And I'd be curious to find if Mexican shopping is similar to shopping in Europe. Generally, when you go into a big box Mexican grocery store, it's quite similar to what you might find in Canada, the United States. They can be quite huge and massive. They can have like a clothing department. They may sell appliances. They may sell furniture. They may sell hardware. They may sell a lot of other things in addition to groceries. And definitely that's the model in North America, and in Mexico it's usually the same. In the big box stores like the megas, it's the same kind of thing. Now in the smaller areas in Mexico, you'll have the kind of European thing. You'll have the tiny little markets where they have the fresh vegetables and little things you need, and you just walk there and you pick up the stuff you want, and that might be a fruit truck sitting there with all of the fruit that you can choose, or there might be a fruit stand.
Banana bread with nuts. Oh, I just really love banana bread with nuts. It is the most delicious, tasty kind of stuff.
And along the side of the road, you can pull up and make your selection of fruit from. But what I'm talking about is the sort of big box grocery stores. Because whenever we come to Mexico, we usually stop at the Mega in Bucerias and get our groceries before we come out here to San Pancho. So, one thing I've seen a lot of YouTubers mention is bags. Are they free? Do you have to buy them? Do you have to bring your own? In Canada, it's a combination of all three. Most stores generally will bag your groceries and put them in a plastic bag for you and give you the plastic bag, and you don't have to do anything. But some of the stores in Canada, some of the discount stores like the Costco's and the superstores, you have to provide your own bag or buy one, and you have to bag your own groceries. And so this is a bit of an inconvenience that we don't really like, but to save a little bit of money, we put up with it. So for example, in the superstore, you either bring your own bags or you have to buy the plastic bags. If you go to Costco, they will pack their groceries for you, but they'll put them in boxes, not bags. I've heard that in Europe, you have to often buy your own bag, and they don't bag your groceries. Now, I think one reason why they might want to bag your groceries in North America is because North American practice is to buy all your groceries at once. You drive up in your big car to the grocery store, and you buy a week or 2 weeks worth of groceries. You fill this huge shopping cart full of groceries, and then you get to the till, and it takes you a long time to unload them, and then it takes you a long time to pack them back up. And so if somebody didn't help you packing them back up, there'd be a traffic jam. The next person to come along couldn't unload their groceries because you would still be loading and unloading yours. So I think that's where that practice came from in North America, to speed along. And so I've also seen here in Mexico that they do have people packing, and they do give you free bags. So it leads me to another thing that difference between North America and Europe is prices. So in North America, the prices of things in restaurants and in stores and basically everywhere is before tax. So when you go to buy something, you always have to keep in mind that you're going to be paying a little bit more than that. So it says something's $2. Don't get $2 out to pay for it and think that that's the end of it. No, it'll probably be $2.25 or something like that, or some crazy thing like $2.28. In Canada, we got rid of the penny, so you would just have to round it up. So if it's $2.28, you would have to give them 30 cents. And likewise, when they're giving you the change, if it's $2.27, they'll probably give you a nickel back in change instead of 3 cents. But in Mexico, the price that you see on the menu or the price that's on the label in the store is the price that you pay. Tax is already factored into it. Now, the reason that tax isn't factored in North America is because the tax is different everywhere. It's not because the provincial tax may vary from place to place, and the state tax as well. You have to put the prices on afterwards because they're going to be different everywhere you go. But in Mexico, you don't have to worry about that. So that's the way that Mexico is like the United States and Canada. But in other ways, it can be like Europe, like I said, because they will have the teeny tiny little grocery stores, and where you just go in with a little bag and you just buy a few little things you're going to use that day or the next day, and then off you go. And it's like that in San Pancho. There's little grocery stores here, there's little fruit stands, there's little fruit trucks, and you just buy what you kind of need for now in one little bag, and off you go. You don't do the giant grocery run like we do in North America in our big cars and our big grocery buggies full of groceries, and buy $200 worth of groceries easily in one trip, easily. So anyway, one thing that I thought was really cute when I first came to Mexico and we started shopping at the Mega, the pastries. So in Canada, the pastries are usually in a little box, all prepackaged for you, and you just go and you pick up your box and off you go to the till and you buy a box of donuts or cookies or a bag of cookies. It's all prepackaged for you. The price is on there, and you just pick it up and go. Now, once in a while, in some places you can buy donuts or buns in bulk, and so they'll have them in these bulk cabinets. And in that case, you will just get a plastic bag and tongs, and you'll take them out yourself with the tongs, and you'll put them in a bag, and you'll tie up the bag with a twist tie or some other device, and you'll write the bin number on the twist tie or maybe on the bag, and you'll take that to the cashier, and she will look at the number, and that'll tell her how much what the cost is per item, and then she will weigh it or count it or whatever, and then she'll just do the pricing there at the till. But here in Mexico, it's very cute. They got all the pastries loose, sitting out there on shelves. So you have your donuts and your cookies and your buns and all kinds of things just sitting out there, quite a lot of them. And you'll go up to the counter and you'll get a tray and you'll get a set of tongs, and you'll go around and you will pick the ones you want off the shelf and you'll put them on the tray, and then you will take them to the attendant at the counter, who may be wearing a mask, and she will take them all and she will count them, and then she'll put them in little bags and she'll tie them all up, and she'll put it all in a bigger bag, and she'll put the price on it, price sticker on it right there, and give it back to you, and off you'll go, and then you'll pay for it at the till. And it's really quite cute. And then the other thing that is quite different in Mexico than it is in Canada is the deli. So in Canada, when you have the deli, by which I mean, meats and salads and potato salads and prepared foods, there'll be like a little cold case, and you can't get in there yourself and touch them. And behind the cold case is the attendant, and then you'll tell them, I want 100 grams of coleslaw, and I want 500 grams of potato salad, and I want 200 grams of broccoli salad. And then they'll get it and they'll measure it out, and they'll put it in a little container, and they'll weigh it, and they'll put the little sticker on saying how much it is, and they'll give it back to you. But in Mexico, they're all sitting there in the cold case, but the cold case opens up, and you reach in there yourself and you get the little container and you serve yourself however much you want of what you're buying, which is like ceviche or guacamole or salsa, stuff that you could never get in bulk like that in Canada at the deli. And then you give it to the attendant at the back, and the attendant at the back puts the lid on and weighs it and puts a little sticker on, and then gives it to you, and you happily go off to the till and pay for it. And generally, they bag your groceries for you, and they give you the bags for free. And if you want, you can tip the fellow who is bagging the groceries. I see little piles of change there. What is grocery buying like in Europe or wherever it is that you come from? Are the bags free? Are they not free? Do you help yourself at the deli? Do you help yourself at the bakery section? How does what I've told you here differ from what it's like in your country? So please leave comments below, and I would be really happy to answer them. You can send me your questions. Let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up and by subscribing. Hasta luego.